because we're talking about the pelvic floor right now, like painful intercourse, vaginal
Ooh.
dryness, libido, all of those things, ladies, are going to be able to be addressed with the pelvic floor exercises and the fascia blasting. Vaginal dryness often comes with age, but the fascia blasting and opening up the tissues and getting healthier tissue that's more hydrated is so beneficial for that.
100%. I mean, we have to think about, where do our fluids come from? So if our fascia is basically dry and crusty,
Yeah.
literally dry and crusty, first of all, you're impeding the nerve signal that would trigger, vaginal lubrication. So I can just tell you, this is something I haven't researched, but definitely among my friend group, because we're all either perimenopausal, menopausal, or postmenopausal, and this is just a topic of conversation. They're all like, oh my gosh, I just kept blasting and I haven't had any issues with it. So that's something hopefully in the future we can prove, but it just makes sense if you keep everything supple, functioning, hydrating, and also communicating. I don't see any reason why we have to have dryness.
Yeah, no, I agree. And even for younger women, especially post-pregnancy, when you're nursing and your hormones are off, a lot of women experience dryness even when they're younger. And some women just are more dry. And then with the libido too, after pregnancy, so many women don't want it. And like people say, oh, the more sex you have, the more you want it. And while that can be true, I really think with the blasting and the pelvic floor exercises, and you're really focusing on you for just a little bit every day in that area, you do increase your libido naturally and things. And then that painful intercourse, often that is tension, right? Like you're not able to relax the pelvic floor for penetration. And so the exercises and the fascia blaster, they're going to really help restore that tissue within the pelvic floor to really help with that painful intercourse. So I'm excited for that for women, because, so many women look at the pelvic floor as stopping bladder leakage, and that's important, and the issues. And from a functional standpoint, I love restoring the pelvic floor, but from a pleasure standpoint, it's so important for women. And so many women, have trouble orgasming or are unable to. And when you really start opening up the nerve pathways, since so many nerve pathways can be blocked from that fascia, I'm super excited about the component for this part, especially Ashley, for those women who have difficulty with orgasming, maybe have low sensation intercourse and sex, and that they're not having that when they do the exercise, they're actually tuning into the pelvic floor, wanting to just feel, it's not a tight contraction, it's just a sensation there, right? That you become aware of it. And then that fascia is opening up, and those nerve pathways that were potentially blocked. Even car accidents, after a rear end accident, I started having like pelvic floor stuff from the whiplash, and so I think it's so many different reasons we have that. But I'm really, really excited about, the dual component here, being able to give and help those women with that as well. Just the blood flow that they're going to get and the nerve activity.